right, folks, it's the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Media Days. We're getting you ready for the 2024 season, and we're going to shine the spotlight on the crew from Nelson County, the Governors, and in his third year as head coach with Nelson County, Jack Baker. Coach Baker, how you doing, sir?
Pretty good. Thanks for having us.
I tell you, thanks for the long drive. It's a drive down here, and we appreciate this awesome team coming up. Well, Coach, last year, 4-6. You started off 4-0, and then things kind of took a hit. But overall, just your thoughts about last season, growing the program, going into this year.
We made a lot of positive steps. We kind of laugh with ourselves a little bit, but the first year the wheels fell off 4 or 5 times. Last year we competed most Friday nights, and we only felt poorly about what we had done a time or two. So there was a lot of progress made. We competed between year 1 and year 2 and got better, and hopefully we keep taking those steps.
How big is it to see that progression? I mean, we talked a little bit before the interview here. We talked about the growth in the program from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. But what's the biggest area you're looking for in the growth from your second year to your third year with the program?
I think you start to see physical differences if you're working the kids correctly and keeping them busy and trying to develop them as football players. You start to see physical differences. You also start to see a knowledge base and an understanding of what it takes. And I think we're better in all of those areas. It'd just be interesting to go play games and see how we do.
How do you feel you've grown as a coach? I mean, you've been doing this, I'm not going to say how long, but you've been doing it for a minute. But how do you feel you've grown as a coach, over the years? Because you've been to places, you've had success. But how do you feel you've grown as a coach?
Well, there's certainly maturity. Things that bothered you at one point don't quite bother you as much now. There's experiences, situations that you found. You've got a bank of experiences to draw on, a wealth of, sometimes the situation could be what goes on Friday night, but there's practice, there's dealing with parents, there's an overall presentation of your program. So I think the longer you do something, the more experiences you build up and the more you have the ability to draw on that bank of experiences to help you in what you're currently going through.
Now, Coach, talk about how many starters you got coming back on both sides of the ball, and who are some of the guys we should have our eyes on this year?
We will have we'll have a lot of young men that played football for us coming back. I would say 5 starters on both sides of the ball. But I asked them at the end of the year last year one time to raise their hand how many guys had played in a varsity game, and there were a number of, the biggest chunk of the kids there around me that evening had played football in a varsity game last year. So we bring back more experience. 5 of them are kids that have played a lot of football for us. Demetrius Bell as a running back, linebacker, Lekota Shaver as a line of scrimmage, offensive, defensive lineman, Colton Baker as a quarterback, defensive back, Hauser Boyette. Those are the young men that are, here around with us today, but they've played a lot of football, and hopefully that starts to show up as well.
How big is that experience to have, too? Because I'm sure, like you said before, once they've played your system a little bit, they kind of understand the expectation. Just how big is to have that?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, you need to play high school football with juniors and seniors. And until you're capable of playing with juniors and seniors that have been in your weight room and been in a program, you're going to take some lumps. So hopefully we're moving into where we're playing more juniors and seniors and kids that have been participating in the program, and that can only make us better.
So, Coach, at the end of the day, what do you feel will be the key to you guys having that successful season, breaking through and having the season you expect to have?
Continued development. The key for us will be to take where we're at right now and continue to get better over the next several months, and be a better football team in week 9 or week 10 than we are in week 1 or 2. We need to win some games at the end of the year.
And the biggest thing is, obviously, we're on the doorstep. I'm going to use a Scrabble word, the precipice of the season starting. How fired up, excited are you? Because, it seems like it's just right on the doorstep, and every year feels like we just ended the season and we're starting another one.
Well, as a football coach, you spend an enormous part of the year getting kids ready for 10 Friday nights. And so here is our chance to see what we've done, and was it good enough, and did we get better, and did we show improvement? But you get 10 competitive opportunities to test yourself and see if you've gotten better over the last 9 months of work. And so I'm excited to see what we've got.
And then finally, how big is the off season? Because over the years, I remember when I played, you didn't see the coaches out there. You couldn't interact with the coaches. But now the coaches can have interaction with their players. And, whereas when you start day one of fall camp, it's not like you're teaching. I mean, you're teaching, but maybe they know the plays. They know what to expect. But how big is it to have that type of off season like they do in like Florida, California, or Texas that Virginia's embracing?
Well, we'll start school on August the 8th.
Wow.
So if you really start to look at what we used to consider preseason football, that was a big chunk of 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever, of two-a-days. Well, we will start school on August the 8th, and teachers will report much earlier than that. So all that work that you have to be doing building up to that official first starting day, we're given time now at this point. And so, yeah, you better be making good use of your off-season time in physical development, in schematic development, and all of that, because the month of August it'll go by pretty quick.
That's something.
We'll be playing a game.
I hear it, but my eyes got big. Saying August the 8th. That is soon. Well, obviously for weather reasons, because Nelson County can have some weather issues in the wintertime, so you got to start early. So that's a good thing.
You got to get your work in when it's permissible, and we got to do it much earlier than the third day of August at this point.
That's the reason why when you go to those stores, those back to school special for you guys, got to start real early.
4th of July.
Pretty much. Here's 4th of July and here's back to school. Like they shuffle all that stuff out. Coach Baker's always a joy, sir. Thank you so much. Nelson County Governors getting ready for the season just like we are right here with the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz, getting you ready for the 2024 season.
Hauser Boyette, HOUSER-BOYETTE, class of 2025.
First, let's start by talking about last season. You're going to read the whole time, so just try to ignore all that.
Right.
Last season, you guys went 4-6. Just talk about what y'all kind of learned from last season and wanted to be more of like a winning record for this season.
Okay. So last season, obviously, we went 4-6, which was a lot better than the season before with our new head coach. And I think a big part of this season for us is going to be like maturing and bringing up some younger guys who are not used to playing on varsity. But obviously as seniors we want to win now because this is our last chance, but we also want them in the future to have that chance to succeed just as we have.
What was that momentum like when y'all were able to go like 4-0 to start, but then kind of had that slump? What kind of happened there? Was there injuries? Talk a little about what was that process like?
I definitely think injuries played a little bit of it, but I also think that I know personally I got like really confident in myself, and I thought that like I couldn't be beat. I can't say that for anybody else, but I think some of the other players also had that mentality. And then we just ran into some teams that outplayed us, like straight up, and when you're going into a game and you don't think you can lose, you can get beat real easily, especially bad losses, blowouts.
So obviously those challenges you guys faced last season, that's obviously a stepping stone, and that's something you guys learned. What are you looking forward to for this upcoming season?
Personally, for me as a senior, like I said, I'm just looking forward to the young guys this season, like maturing and developing more, and hopefully in the future after I leave and my class leaves, we can succeed at Nelson County still, and I can come back and still watch them win football games. But also just like the work I put in since February or March, I'm excited to see that pay off on the field. And I know the guys who have been in there consistently, it's also going to pay off for them too.
What's kind of motivated you to get into football?
So I never got to play football in my youth till I was in about 7th or 8th grade, and it was because of my mom, but I don't blame her now. But she didn't allow me to play, and then she let me play 7th grade. I didn't play that much, but then I came into high school, And as a ninth grader, I was just thrown onto varsity, and I was just kind of like, wow, this is hard to do. So I've realized that like putting in the work is necessary in life, and I think that football has really helped me like realize that life is not as easy as I may have thought. Like you're gonna have to work for things because people are gonna be better than you at football and at things that you're gonna go on in life.
All right. Well, besides football, what else you like enjoying doing? Obviously, it's been the off season. I know you've probably been going to camps and working out, but you're still in high school, so you can have some downtime. What have you been up to?
I really do a lot of missions work around my county, like with my church, and I really, I just enjoy being around the guys, you know, just growing that chemistry and that friendship. That's another part of winning, like that chemistry and that friendship together. You can't replace those times. Like one of my favorite shows, The Office, the last episode it talks about, I wish we knew we were in the good old times before we left them, and right now we are. So like we have to take advantage of that opportunity and just be present with each other.
I believe this is Coach's third season now going into it. How's it been with him? You know, you've been on the team since you were a freshman, so seeing him progress and then helping it. Talk a little about what you feel like he's been helping to accomplish you guys, you know, move forward in the right direction.
I mean, yeah, I could say one sentence. My squat max has gone up by like 100 pounds since my freshman year. So there's that right there. And also like just seeing these freshmen, like when I was a freshman, like I couldn't do anything, barely. But yet now I'm seeing freshmen that are, you know, borderline lifting more weight than I am and run faster than I am. And that shows that like he's putting work into them just as much as he has his seniors, which I feel like the old coach didn't do as much. He really prioritized that graduating class and kind of like, you know, pushed away the freshmen and the younger guys a little bit more.
All right. What's your favorite food?
Hardcore. I guess tacos.
Tacos.
Yeah, just default.
You got any like hidden talents, something unique about yourself that no one knows?
Not really. I mean, nothing like unique. I mean, no. I can't say it on now.
You can't sing, play an instrument?
No, not really.
Well,
I mean,
you say you've been on mission trips. Where's your favorite spot you've been?
So next year we're going on one to Ecuador. So I have not been outside the country yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to that. Usually we just go around the county and do stuff, and we'll go into like Stewart's Draft and stand and do stuff like that around there too. So yeah.
All right. What's a goal you kind of want to set for yourself for the season as well as for the team?
You know, probably a goal for myself. I've never had a sack in a game. I'd love to get a sack. That'd be cool. But for the team, just like I'd love to make the playoffs because we were one win away from the playoffs last year. And, you know, we peeped over the mountain and we saw what was on the other side, and then we got pulled back down. But this year I feel like we can go over the tip of that mountain and just start barreling down it towards these other teams that we can beat.
How hard do you feel like y'all got to work just to knowing that y'all had like y'all were that close and then had a phenomenal start to the season, and like you say, you guys kind of got a little hot-headed there, but what do you feel like will be the hardest for y'all to get over for a good season this season?
I think just like I was talking about earlier, like we had a pretty decent-sized graduating class, like 7 or 8 players left, and all of those guys pretty much started for us. So it's just going to be the young guys, like really growing up this year in a couple of weeks and really maturing in their game and realizing like this is for real. Like this matters to hopefully them and to everybody else around them so that they can play better.
Colton Baker, COLTONBAKER, 2025.
Obviously, you're a senior.
Yep.
A lot of eyes are going to be on you, QB.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just tell me a little bit how you feeling about this season.
Hasn't really hit me, but I mean, I'm feeling a little nervous right now because senior year, playing all my life. So hopefully it turns out to be a good season for us.
Last season, you guys started 4-0.
Yep.
Then it kind of teared off. One game away from that playoffs. What can you tell me that y'all kind of learned from last season that you're going to try and apply for the upcoming season?
I feel like we can't get too confident. We just got to play every game like you're starting 0-0. Just, I guess, stay focused, I guess.
It's easy to get a little like
focused
the
for sure.
overconfidence.
Yeah.
I guess how are y'all kind of able? I guess how would you kind of plan to kind of control that confidence when it comes to?
I guess just,
harder, definitely.
I guess just like play it week by week, I guess. So like, focus on one opponent and the next. Forget about the last week. So just keep going,
How confident are you in your, O-line and the returnees coming back? You guys have a lot of seniors are graduated last year, so it's going to be a young team and having to bring up the younger guys as well. Talk a little about the returnees.
It's pretty. I feel like we have a good squad. We just gotta coach them up and continue to, I guess, set a bar for like when we leave. For them to step it up. So.
What's it been like for you in the off season?
It's hard work for sure. Just putting in the work. Hopefully, this season pretty good.
Now, how long were you were you on varsity when you were a freshman?
I was, but I didn't really play that
yeah.
much. I didn't
Okay,
start until sophomore year.
Leading into coaches, like this will be his his third season, and just talk a little about what he's kind of brought to the team, to further the program.
He's created probably a different mentality. It used to be like, I guess, laid back and like, I guess just trying to have fun. But when he came, it was more put in the work and trying to win some more football games. So it's been a really good challenge.
Would you say that this season for you guys, you hope that it would be a turnaround season? Like even obviously last season 4 and 6, but before that, you guys added more wins than y'all did than the previous season before. What's it been like to gradually see you guys excel and for this to be your senior year, hopefully have a winning season?
I feel like it feels good to like, I guess, improve every year, and I feel like this year definitely could be one of our biggest years probably in school history or something like that. So hopefully we can like live up to it and make the playoffs.
Yeah, and the playoffs is always.
Hopefully the goal.
What was it like? Like guys having one game away. Like I guess was that another humbling statement when you guys found out?
It was a humbling statement. It was also like, I guess, a letdown because so much games we could have won and we could have been in the playoffs. So hopefully when we get into like closer games, we can like, dig down deep and turn out winning the game.
All right, so tell me a little bit about your background story. Like, did you always want to be quarterback?
Nah, I usually wanted to be a receiver, and then freshman year they put me at quarterback, and I just played as hard as I could, put me where they told me to go. So.
Did you always have like a feeling for football, or did you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really get into it until probably like kindergarten, and I would just backyard football, and then started playing rec, and then I guess I just fell in love with it.
Who would you say is kind of like your role model when it comes to
role model?
Or like inspiration.
I wouldn't say I'm really a role model, but I mean, I just liked watching the Dallas Cowboys. Just keep watching them play. I see her laughing.
Like those Cowboy fans, they disappoint you every year.
They do, but yeah, it's just fun to watch.
It is fun. What have you been doing in the off season, like besides football? Like obviously it's summer, so you have.
Honestly, haven't done much. I've just been chilling and I guess hanging out with my girlfriend. So yeah.
All right, favorite food.
Favorite food? Probably steak. Some good steak, especially Salisbury steak. Medium rare.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody said? What did they say? Well done.
Oh.
Did you hear when somebody said that? I was like.
Yeah.
It was a crazy answer. Anything special, hidden talent, something unique about yourself that a lot of people probably not gonna know?
Honestly, no, really. I mean, I'm really I would say a boring person, but just to me, I mean.
You know how to play an instrument, haven't broken a bone in your body?
I have, but it was like very young, so it's not really.
I guess you are boring.
Yeah. I mean, I play the game sometimes. That's about it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah. Overall, what's something like? What's the expectations for you guys with the upcoming season? Like, what are you looking forward to most?
Hopefully, I guess competing in the district, making playoffs, and I guess have a better year than we've always, get better every year. So.
Who do you have play for your
first game? Randolph Henry, I think.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure you guys beat them
last year, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's talk about
Oh, yeah.
But talk about them and, obviously it was a game that you guys won, but just walk me through what y'all feel like is going to happen for the first game? Is it home or away?
It's away, I think.
Away. Okay,
Yeah.
so y'all want to have home field advantage. You know,
Yeah.
just tell me a little about them. What
I
you
mean,
saw last year.
We'll see. I mean, I don't know really much about them, but they were pretty tough. But it also was, I guess, a stepping stone in like that season. It gave us more confidence that we can beat a bunch of teams. So hopefully we continue to do that and beat them this year.
All right, and a goal, one for yourself and one for the team.
For the team, definitely just to make playoffs. That's the goal for me, I guess, is to get shown like college or something like that, and go to college football.
Demetrius Bell, Demetrius Bell, class of 2025.
Talk a little bit about last season. What do you remember?
Last season, our effort during the off season to get better and just really wanting to go win games. Yeah, like getting tired of losing. Lost a lot the year before, so we just focused on trying to get better.
Now, y'all had a 4-0 start.
Yeah.
I know that kind of played a role
Yeah.
when it came to losing all those other games, but what was, like, the lesson learned there?
Like, you can start off good, but, like, it's all about how you finish. Because, like, we were so close to winning a lot more games that season that we just lost at the end. So I feel like we just got to improve on that, and yeah.
Being able to see the team kind of excel each year, like obviously 4 and 6 is not ideal, but looking forward to upcoming season, what's the expectations like for the program?
Just win more games than we did the year before. Hopefully playoffs and win the district. But yeah, that's about it.
Mentioning playoffs, what was it like just knowing that y'all were just one game away from actually making it in?
It was tough. Just knowing that we just needed one more to get there and we couldn't get it. But like we tried, so that's all that mattered. We just really gave it our all. My fault.
Obviously off season, what's it been like? What's the preparation looking like? What should we expect?
We're all working. Everybody's like, nobody's missing workouts. Everybody's there. So I feel like we should do good this season. So like, yeah.
With Coach, what do you feel like he's kind of brought to the team, especially with his entering his 3rd season now with y'all?
I just feel like, what's the word? He has a lot of trust in us, and like he really makes us work. So like, yeah.
Besides football, what else you been doing this summer? Been chilling?
Yeah, playing the game a little. That's it.
What are you, Xbox, PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Okay,
Yeah.
see, this is why I interviewed you. I had a feeling. Favorite food? What do you like?
Pizza,
What do you put on it?
pepperoni. That's it.
If you would have said pineapple,
Yeah, nah.
you got any hidden talents? Something you need to play? No.
Nah.
You can't sing. You can't play an instrument. You can't tumble.
Nah. I don't even know what that is.
Backflip, tumbling. Y'all ain't never heard of tumbling?
I don't know what that is.
It's
Nah.
like gymnastics basically.
Yeah, nah. Nah.
Backflip, front flip.
Not at all.
That's crazy. You
Yeah.
broken a bone before?
Nah.
See,
I'm safe. Can't be breaking
like
bones.
how many football players you know have not broken a bone?
Me?
Him.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay. Set a goal for the team. One goal y'all wanna have.
Set a goal. Just give it our all. Give it our all every night. Obviously make playoffs, what he just said, but that's the main one too. Make playoffs.
There's gonna be a lot to play a role in. Y'all know y'all have the skills to win, but continuing to win, how do you feel like the pressure is gonna have for the younger guys?
I feel like they'll be fine. They've been like around for a lot longer than like it seems like. A lot of them have been here a couple years now. It's like they know the offense, they know the defense, so we should be good.
Being a junior, how would you want to send off your seniors for this upcoming season?
I feel like we'll make playoffs for them. We'll be good.
Yeah.
That's about it.
The fact you still answering the question. Exactly. I'm like, all right, actually what your graduating class was.
I smooth forgot about that.
Yeah. You're like, let me still answer this. All right, what's the personal goal you want to set for yourself?
Make district team, first team to all district. That's about it. And that's about it.
All All right. Okay.
Lekota Shaver, Lekota class of 2025.
All right, same couple questions here. Just kind of walk me through last season with having a good 4-0 start, but then, finding ourselves in the slump. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, it was like, we got like we had like, damn. I'm not good with this. God.
It's just like we're having a conversation. I'm wondering about last season.
So last season, we had a 4-0. We started doing good, and then I feel like we started getting cocky and then act like no one could beat us. And then we just ended up, I don't know, I'm probably not gonna be able to do this.
It's not that hard, I swear.
No, it is. It is that hard.
Yeah, pretend like, okay, I'm one of your friends. We out talking,
All right.
and I'm talking about football with you.
All right.
So tell me a little bit about what I should expect this season.
For us to, I'm feeling a 6-5. At least making playoffs. It's like all of us have been working like really hard this off season, so I feel like we have a good chance to make playoffs.
With Coach being in his third season now with you guys, what do you feel like he's kind of brought to the program that's kind of helped y'all exceed? Because each season, you have been adding more wins and more wins. So this season, expecting to be a turnaround season?
The way he pushes kids, the way he never he'll never let you quit. He'll just keep on and keep on. There's like no stop for him. Like you try to give up, he'll tell you to. Like it's like, God.
Why are you so nervous?
Because I keep looking over and Mitri is just
Don't
staring at me.
The whole time. All right. What's the new model? What's the expectation for this team? Obviously, you guys, the first step is admitting that we were feeling a little cocky last season. But how are you guys planning on teaching the younger guys that hey, when we win a game, that's a win. Cool. Let's move past it. Take it next week.
Well, yeah, it's like Coach was telling me. He was like, we need, because our freshman year, us playing varsity since freshman year, we never had any leaders to look up to. These kids, they need leaders to look up to. So we're still learning how to be a leader, trying to teach them the right ways how to do it.
How's the offseason looking like?
We've been putting in a lot of work. It's damn.
You're making this hard on your own.
No, it's just hard in general. I'm not going to be able to ever talk to a camera.
So, what if, all right, you in the NFL now, somebody want to cover you, and they're like, oh, I can't do interviews.
Yes,
This is your trial and error, we're getting you ready for the big leagues.
What was the question?
What is the off-season, how's it been like?
It's been good. I mean, it's no days off pretty much. We constantly work. And then, I don't know what to say.
Okay, besides the off-season, what have you been doing besides football?
It's playing a game,
Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Okay. Favorite food?
Pizza.
And what do you put on your pizza?
What you mean what I put on it?
Is it just cheese?
Oh. This is going to be weird. I like spinach pizza.
Any hidden talent, something unique about yourself?
Nah.
You can't sing, play an instrument.
I'm a good singer.
What's the best song you sing?
I don't even know. I'll sing right now. You want me to?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm playing. I'm not singing.
You said it. All right, set a goal for the team and for you.
For us to make playoffs, at least, I know we can. I just want to win the record. It's just to leave a legacy for our senior year, because that hasn't been done in so many years at Nelson. It would be great for us to just leave a legacy. Personal goal for me, if we make it to playoffs, make All-State, and then get first team All-District. At least last year I had 50 tackles, so I'm 70 tackles this year.
All right, well, I'm gonna play it back if you get 71.
All right.
Hey, we got it. All right.